Hello everyone and welcome back to another travel video. Today we're taking a look at India, the country I have the most mixed feelings about. It's a real love and hate relationship, but somehow I keep coming back. I've been here 3 times already, and the experiences you get in this country are like nowhere else in the world. So welcome to India and let's get started. We're starting our journey in the bustling capital, Delhi. This city is loud, chaotic, dirty, full of extreme poverty, and at the same time, absolutely fascinating. My feelings about Delhi are very mixed. I hate the city and I love it at the same time. But make no mistake, Delhi is not for soft souls. When visiting, you'll need a lot of patience and plenty of deep breaths. But once you get past the first shock, you'll find a city full of life, history, and surprises. I've been to Delhi twice, and one of my favorite spots is Old Delhi's Chandni Chowk, including the spice market. Narrow streets packed with street food stalls and spice shops. If you're into history, don't miss Red Fort, Humayun's tomb, and Qutub Minar. And I'm sorry if I don't pronounce it correctly. Other highlights include Jama Masjid and India Gate. Delhi is intense, and I mean very intense. But remember, it doesn't get much more intense than Delhi. If you can handle this city, you can handle the rest of India. Just a few hours from Delhi, you'll find one of the most famous landmarks in the world, the Taj Mahal. I first visited when I was a kid, and then again in 2019 when I was solo backpacking through India. No matter how many photos you've seen, nothing compares to standing here in real life. It's truly outstanding and easily at the top of my list of highlights in India. I got up before sunrise to be among the first people inside, and watching the first light hit that white marble was pure magic. Don't underestimate the Taj Mahal. It's an absolute must-see if you ask me. If you have extra time in Agra, go visit Agra Fort. It's less crowded but full of history and has a direct and fascinating connection to the Taj Mahal. Agra itself can feel busy and dirty, but the Taj Mahal and Agra Fort alone make the trip completely worth it. From Agra, we're heading into the state of Rajasthan to visit the capital, Jaipur, also known as the Pink City. I'm not saying Jaipur is the biggest highlight in India, but I can confidently say it's my favorite city. I spent only 3 days here, and every day was full of amazing experiences. One of the main highlights is Amber Fort, sitting high on a hill with wide views over the hills and the city. You can easily spend a few hours exploring this place. On your way back from Amber Fort, make sure to stop at the Taj Mahal, a place that appears to float in the middle of Mansagar Lake. You can't go inside, but it's worth seeing from the shore, especially in the early morning or at sunset. In the city, you'll find the famous Hawa Mahal. This is one of the most unique buildings in India, and it's worth stopping to just admire the incredible facade. Another must visit is the City Palace. For me, it was the biggest highlight in Jaipur. This was the home of Jaipur's royal family, and parts of it are still used by them today. The complex is full of courtyards, museums, and stunning details, including the famous Peacock Gate. I spent my last night in Jaipur at Agra Fort, watching a magical sunset over the city, a perfect way to end my time here and something I can highly recommend. If you're into history and architecture, Jaipur is a must. And combined with Delhi and Agra, It forms what's called the Golden Triangle, one of the most popular travel routes in India. From Jaipur, we head further west to Jodhpur, also known as the Blue City. The old part of town is full of blue-painted houses that stand out beautifully against the desert surroundings. The main highlight here is Mehrangarh Fort, one of the largest and most impressive forts in India. It sits on a rocky hill high above the city, and from the top you get incredible views over the sea of blue buildings below. Inside, the fort is like a museum, with royal rooms, weapon collections and beautifully decorated courtyards. One of my favorite moments in Jodhpur was just wandering the narrow streets in the old town, getting lost among the blue houses, chatting with locals and discover small rooftop cafes. The only thing you should watch out for is wandering too far from the main streets. I almost got chased by several aggressive guard dogs. Luckily, some locals came and scared them away, but it was a quite scary situation. For sunset, head to the Jaswan Chadar, a beautiful white marble cenotaph just a short walk from Mehrangarh Fort. It's a peaceful spot with great views and a perfect way to end your day in Jodhpur. If you love history, colorful streets and epic views, Jodhpur is a must-stop in Rajasthan. From Jodhpur, we continue south to Udaipur, often called the City of Lakes, and without a doubt one of the most romantic places in India. The main highlight here is the City Palace, an enormous complex right next to the edge of Lake Pichola. It's a mix of courtyards, balconies and detailed artwork with amazing views over the lake and the famous Lake Palace Hotel, floating in the middle of the water. One of my favorite experiences in Udaipur was taking a boat ride on Lake Pichola. I did mine in the middle of the day and it was such a nice experience. Udaipur is also great for just walking around. The streets are full of small shops, rooftop cafes and colorful markets. Compared to other big cities in Rajasthan, it feels more laid back, which makes it a nice break from the chaos. From Udaipur, we head deep into the Thar Desert to Jaisalmer. It's one of the most unique places in India and it feels like stepping into a desert fairy tale. I only visited this city when I was a kid, but it still lives deep in my memory. The main highlight is Jaisalmer Fort, which is unlike any other fort in Rajasthan because people still live inside the fort. Within the walls, you'll find homes, shops, temples and guest house, all packed into narrow alleys. You can easily spend hours here just exploring and soaking in the atmosphere. One of the best experiences you can have here is heading out into the desert for an overnight camel safari. Riding through the dunes, watching the sunset over the sand, and then sleeping under the sky full of stars is pure magic. And even though I was just a small kid when we did this, it's still an adventure I'll never forget. Jaisalmer is far from the bigger cities, but that's the part of its charm. The desert setting, golden architecture and slower pace makes it one of the most memorable spots in India. From the desert of Rajasthan, we head to the west coast and into India's biggest city, Mumbai. This place is fast, loud and full of contrast. It's the financial hub of the country, home to Bollywood, and a city that truly never sleeps. One of the first places I visited was the Gateway of India, right on the waterfront. From here you can take a ferry out to Elephanta Island, which has ancient cave temples carved into the rock. One of my favorite experiences was just walking along Marine Drive in the evening, watching the city light up while locals gather along the promenade and the surrounding beaches. Mumbai can be overwhelming, but it's full of life, stories and energy that's impossible to ignore. I wouldn't necessarily say that Mumbai is a must visit, but if you have the time and want to experience India's urban side at full speed, this is the place to do it. From the busy streets of Mumbai, we head south to Goa, India's most famous beach destination. It's a place where palm trees move gently in the wind over golden sand, the pace slows down and life feels a little easier. Goa is a mix of Portuguese heritage, tropical beaches and a laid-back vibe you don't often find elsewhere in India. In the north you'll find lively beaches like Arjuna and Baka, full of music, markets and nightlife. In the south, beaches like Palolem and Agonda are much quieter, perfect for relaxing and enjoying the scenery. One of my favorite days here was simply renting a scooter and driving along the coast, stopping at small cafes, hidden viewpoints and visiting gorgeous beaches. Goa is also great for food. From fresh seafood to spicy curries, you'll never go hungry here. From the beaches of Goa, we head further south to Kerala, often called God's own country. This state is known for its palm-lined backwaters, lush green landscapes, and a slower, more peaceful way of life. One of the best things to do here is spend the night on a houseboat in Alleppey. You drift along calm canals surrounded by coconut palms and small villages. It's peaceful, relaxing and a completely different side of India. Kerala also have some beautiful beaches like Vakala and Kovalam. If you head inland, the hill station of Munnar offers rolling tea plantations, cool mountain air and stunning views. Kerala is often seen as a perfect place to end a trip through India. Slow days, friendly locals and incredible food. It's a destination where you can truly unwind but still find plenty to explore. From the tropical south, we head far north to Ladakh, a high-altitude region in the Indian Himalayas, known for its dramatic landscapes, remote monasteries, and crystal-clear lakes. It's one of the most stunning and unique places in India, with scenery that feels almost unreal. I visited Leh and Ladakh in 2018 with my family and we were blown away. We spent 2 weeks in the Himalayas attempting to climb the Stuck Concrete Mountain, one of the most demanding but also the most unforgettable experiences I've had in India. Unfortunately, we didn't reach the summit due to weather conditions, but we came very close and gave it all we had. After the climb, we explored deeper into the region, visiting incredible monasteries and the beautiful Pangong Lake with its surreal shadows of blue. Ladakh is high on my list and I highly recommend adding it to your bucket list. With that being said, I was honestly in doubt whether to include it here or not because of the current political tension with Pakistan. Since Ladakh sits near the border, the situation can be very serious, so it's wise to check official travel advisories and stay updated before planning a trip. Ladakh is a place of raw beauty and adventure, perfect for those who want to experience one of India's wildest and most remote sides. So that wraps up my India top 10 list. It's obviously a massive country, and the list could go on and on with places like Varanasi, Rishikesh, Amritsar and many more. Which place in India is highest on your bucket list? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe and like the video if you like my content. Hopefully I see you in my next video, and have a great day.